Okay, Christina Merkley here with the processing session, and I have Jackie. Welcome, Jackie.
Thank you.
And we had a bit of a preamble. So you had gone to one of the process groups, and at that time there was some stuff that was up for you, and so that's why the offer was extended that maybe you might want to do one of these because we could devote more time just for you to work with that particular issue. In talking with you just now briefly, it's moved from where it was, which often happens if we wait a moment or days or weeks or something, right? Things shift on us. So do you want to start there, just a little preamble, and we'll kind of find out if that's the subject we work with or if there's anything else relevant?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, I was with one company for a really long time, and then I got laid off, and then I was with my new company for a year, and then because of the pandemic, I was bottom, I was let go.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
I mean, I think it's a very typical thing. I know I'm not alone in that part. And then I've just been like, I redid my resume, and I just been like, applying crazily. I mean, I actually had one, I actually thought they were going to offer me the job, but then I didn't get it. So, I mean, and then that particular company suggested that they had a position that wasn't in the same line of work that I'm doing, that maybe I might want to go in that direction, more of a non-graphic position. So, and then I've got another couple offers in there that are related to graphic design and one's actually got a little bit of video in there.
Great. Can you hear that? Maybe good. It stopped. There was a little bit of feedback. So you've moved. You went into movement and action, and things are rolling along. Awesome. Good. Doesn't sound, not that we need a problem to do processing, but doesn't sound like a problem. You solved your problem to some extent. Yeah.
Well, I guess the problem could be, do I take, it's more or less like do I take an entry-level graphic position, or do I take something the job that's not graphic, that's a little bit better pay, to fit into where I was before, I guess would be probably something I could think about.
Okay. There's left brain and right brain ways to approach it. So my left brain's kicking in here, right? Just the typical business coach kind of stuff. So immediate need, anything I ask you, you can pass on, obviously. But I'm just getting context. Which one you went with, right, would probably depend to some extent on what's the immediate need. How much do you have to jump into? Do you have to get some money going, even if it's a small amount of money to stabilize, or do you have a bit of runway to work with?
Well, I don't have much of a runway, but I feel like one would be, okay, I can get by on that one, versus the other one would be, oh, that would be really nice. So I think I probably should focus more on the task probably than the money.
Okay, good. That's where your consciousness goes. So at this point in time, that's the wisdom that's coming up from within you, which is like, okay, let me focus on, did you say tasks, not money?
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
so you want something, fulfilling, right? Like you're an accomplished person, you got a lot of skills. So the thought of it's always there in your back pocket if you have to or need to or choose to. But at this point in time, you're like, no, I'm not going to go with the lower tasked, or the one I don't, or the task I'm not feeling great about. And it sounds like you don't have to at this point in time. Yay. Yay. So then it goes to, let's do that. Let's flesh this out a little bit. I'm just going to bring up, there's a template called Wouldn't It Be Nice If? So I'm thinking that would be a way to kind of galvanize the, okay, I don't have to act quite yet on some of these things that are emerging. So wouldn't it be nice if it might be a particular thing that is on the options, or it might be something that's not even on the options right now, right? But to just help you with clarity of defining what would be nice to you, right? So when these different potentialities present themselves and come across your path, you have something to kind of analyze it up against, right? To go, yeah, this fits, this doesn't. Yeah.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, good. Give me one sec. Get my glasses so I can see. I'm going to just bring up a template and then I'll share my screen so you can see that template. Oh, I know what it is. You must have a fan going.
I do, because I'm.
Yeah. It's really hot. That's what it is. I'm like, what's that? Is it a freeway? No, it's a fan.
Oh, can you hear it?
Yeah, but now that I know what it is and it's identified, don't worry about it. It's just like, oh yeah, that noise is a fan. Yeah. I thought maybe it was something going on with the audio of the computer that we could adjust, but it's totally fine. Okay, let me just share my screen. This is the problem. The downside to spontaneous work is you don't know what you're going to do, so it takes a second to bring up the particular template you're going to use.
Sure. No problem.
I'm just going to add an image in here because I think I might want to draw some other stuff around it. So, do. Do a quick save so I don't write on my master.
Always a good idea.
Always a good idea. Yeah, exactly. Get in that habit. Fellow graphic design person. Yes. Okay. No, you came through, I know you through the course with Rhoda. I was going to say we may have done this in your fundamentals class, but you didn't come through that class. You came through another class, so this will be a new one for you. Yeah. Okay, so this particular process, this comes from what's called the Abraham-Hicks material, and it's a law of attraction, visioning kind of exercise. It's nice. It's a nice light one. It's a fun one, and you're quite some terminology for this, right? Some of the times in the process groups, you may have been there when I did this, or maybe not. But there's something called the emotional scale, and there's all sorts of emotions, and they have a order to them. And at the bottom are, the really deep, hard ones for human beings: grief and fear. A little bit up from there is like anger and rage. That's actually improvement from all the stuff that's deep and turned in on ourselves. And then it goes up from there to like frustration and boredom. And then you actually cross into some expectation. And that's where you are. You're quite high up the scale, right? You got this whiffs, not even whiffs, they're pretty strong, like hope and positive expectation. And what's starting to happen is that that definition and power too, right? Just what you just did was that sense of sovereignty and capability and power that you do have some choice here. You don't have to just go to the crappy one, right? That you can take your time, and you're in an empowered place to craft what's right for you, at this point in time. So yay. So that's why I'm opting for this one. Some people who are lower down the emotional scale, this can be irritating.
Right.
Because it's like, wouldn't it be nice if? Well, I'll tell you what'll be nice, right? So, and that's okay if we go there too. We may have to work through some of that growly kind of energy, but I don't hear that with you. So I'm just going right to this one, and it's nice to be able to do this. A lot of stuff is pretty intense right now, so I don't have a chance to do a lot of wouldn't it be nice if work. So yay!
Hey.
Yeah. So it's a onesie, which means there's just one thing we do here, and I hold the space. I'll draw the notes of what you say, but your task is to finish the sentence, wouldn't it be nice if? And I would say particularly around your job search, right? And around your career and this evolutionary thing that's happening for you in the midst of the world going through its crazy evolutionary thing. So not easy stuff, but it's certainly not boring.
Right. That's true.
So wouldn't it be nice if you might think about maybe one of those particular offerings that you were hoping, and maybe you just went through this with the one that you thought you were going to be offered and it didn't happen. So it might be around that, or around something similar, or around in general about the job search, wherever you want to go on it.
Well, my initial thought is, wouldn't it be nice if it was just easy?
Yeah, amen to that.
I think that's
Yes.
probably, a lot of people probably agree with that one.
Yeah. Well, sometimes easy happens. So wouldn't it be nice for you, especially because you have been through a lot of stuff previously, that this one was just easy? Excellent. Okay, good. You're on the board. What else?
The word fun comes to mind as well, that I want a job that's, I want it to be fun, and with, it's coming to mind as the people that I would be working with, is I want them to be very collaborative and bounce ideas off of type of people is what I'm hoping to find.
Okay, great. I'm just going to get some people in there and we can define them. They're collaborative, anything, and bounce off ideas. What else? As you vision in on them, they're collaborative, bounce ideas. You've been around a lot of different teams and different groups. What works for you?
What types of groups? Or?
Yeah, no, just the feel of them. Adjectives, description words.
Just like friendly and helpful and creative.
Yeah, excellent. Yes, please. Yes.
Yes, I've been in both that and the opposite is not fun.
Yeah, you have that clarity. You want to save the poor nervous system from making a choice and having to go into that kind of environment again.
Right.
Okay, excellent. Okay, keep going with the wouldn't it be nice if, now wherever your consciousness goes with this exploration.
I don't know where it's going.
Say you had a magic wand.
Yeah, I guess if I had a magic wand, the ideal thing would be like close to home. So whenever we're not working from home anymore, right, we have to go in the office, it's not too far away. And it would be nice to work in a park-like setting. Not that the office has to be park-like, but maybe even just the drive there, or just or maybe like their common areas are more of a park setting versus something that's stale and building. I don't know. It seems, I don't know, but we are doing but wouldn't it be nice, right? So I don't have to worry about being
exactly. The left brain kicks in and gets all logical and says, what are the odds and how's that going to work? And I don't live by any parks. Yeah, so we just go, thanks, left brain. Thanks for sharing, Mr. Critic. Okay, we're not playing that game. We're saying let's play. We had a magic wand, so that it was close to home. It wasn't far. It was a park-like setting. Either in your commute or actually wherever the heck this is embedded in and around. Okay, great.
I guess it wouldn't be nice if the next position uses my skills. What's the word? I'm like, accurately, or like sometimes I was in a position and it was like we only used like just a portion of my skills. We didn't use like
regular or like fully.
Right.
Okay, uses my skills. It's like I'm going to put all that, so it's accurate, fully Is it like it's challenge for you, or it's like diverse, or?
Diverse, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of at the end of my career, so I don't mind challenges, but I'm going back to I want it easy on that as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, so it's like not too challenging, please. We're talking a nice range, a nice gentle range of my skills that's fun to play with. Yeah.
We're doing the magic wand here, right?
Yes,
So
exactly. Yeah, that
and
was good, because the critic in there, that wisdom in you, is
right,
like, let's don't get carried away. I mean this.
right. Because part of me's like, okay, you're not 20 years old, and 20-year-olds are, they want the challenge and they're growing, right? And it's like I guess the magic wand would be is I'd find a place that I could be until I'm ready to retire.
Nice. Yeah, good. Be there until I'm ready to retire. Good.
But I choose to leave versus them telling me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so my choice. Let's poke into that my choice stuff a bit and see what lies in there. Because if it was my dream, it would be words like, like empowerment and choice and needed, wanted. Again, that would be my dream. So you might have a different take on it. But if you're in choice, if you're in somewhere that you get to stay there as long as you're ready to flip the switch and go do something else, right? So if you feel into that feeling of that, right, see what's in there.
Like, what's the feeling? Like, what would make me ready to?
No, how it feels like to be in a position where you can call the shots.
Oh, right, definitely empowerment and respected.
Yeah, good word. Good word, good essence. Yeah, good. Poke around that. These are the yummy words that lead to, more clarity. So what else is in there?
Right, I'm thinking trust. I was in a position where when you lack trust, it just, like I have this saying that trust breeds magic, that I think about often. Because I think as a creative person too, that also leads to more creativity. But I think that's, oh my gosh, I keep going to the word fun. Like that makes it more fun if someone's trusting you and respecting you. And I think it just, it just helps the creative come out, whether it's even just the collaborative end of it, where like if everyone's in this really trusting environment, ideas just start flowing.
Okay, good. Okay, wonderful. Keep poking around there. See if you discover anything else that helps to define this desired environment.
I feel like I'm already asking a lot.
Okay, so the doubter popped up there, right? So we'll just kind of like bow to it, say, yep, you're right. Like, but just hang with me. We're going to see what else we can define in here. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of just drew a blank all of a sudden.
Here's what I'll do. We'll go for another angle, because you went to that angle and you kind of milked it dry a little bit. So then you're like, so just pull back out and go bigger picture again, right? Which is like, wouldn't it be nice if around this whole stuff around my creativity and my skills and my career and who I am in that aspect of my life with work, and how that fits into the larger aspect of life, right? Because work often will be connected to other things that we're doing in life, right? And aid that.
Right. I mean, something that we haven't talked about, but I have a side illustrator business that I just kind of do, these specific things. And I guess wouldn't it be nice if, I don't know, somehow would they be able to merge, or I don't know. I'm not sure how that would happen, or maybe that's how it would lead me to make that choice to then leave or, retire.
Yeah, cool. Okay. So merge my side business in. And you don't have to know at this point. We're not playing the how do I build it, how do I make it happen game. We're playing the just wouldn't it be nice if. So your consciousness is showing you that there's some sort of desire in there because you've got that side business, and then you've got your employment business.
Right, it's kind of like business. Your 9 to 5 versus your on 9 to 5.
Yep, cool. So the 9 to 5 and the independent. And it's not an unusual thing, for people to be embedded in a system. And then if they already have, or they end up fully going into their self-employment, sometimes that employer becomes a contract, right? So it's not outside of the realm of possibility. It happens all the time. So, okay. So we'll put 9 to 5 and the side biz kind of somehow coming together here. There's some sort of merge. Okay, very nice. Wouldn't it be nice if? What else?
I was going to say if I could bring my dog to work, but that doesn't work because she barks all the time.
Well, let's put wouldn't it be nice if there was somehow that it didn't matter that she barked, or you were in an environment where it didn't happen. But let's just, there's something in there about the doggy. So I'm going to put that. So bring dog to work before the critic bumps in there with logistics. So bring the dog to work. Okay, good. Keep going with that. Anything else? Wouldn't it be nice? And actually, let's milk this a little bit. So having your dog there, what does that do for you? If you have your dog and you're able to bring your dog to work.
I think that it gives you a reason to take a break, right? Sometimes I feel that when I'm in my 9 to 5, I just work. I'm even eating lunch at my desk, so I guess that would be, maybe that's where that dog is coming to work, because you're going to be forced to, like, I have to take the dog outside, or
I so relate to that. Yes.
Pay attention to the dog. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's not so much bring the dog to work, but it's just remembering for myself to take appropriate breaks, right?
Well, and it can be yes and it can be both. So underneath it's that appropriate breaks, but I'm also hearing it's kind of nice to have the dog. There might be other reasons. It might just be it forces me to take a break and gives me a legit reason to do one, right? But but let's just say, I don't want to get too focused on little doggy here, but he's cute. He's cute. So I don't get to always draw a little doggy, so I'll do one when I can here. Yeah.
Fun.
Hi, cutie. Okay. So bringing dogs to work, it allows me to take breaks, and then the mind goes, you can take breaks without a dog. But while we're focusing on dog, what else about having your dog there might be nice?
I just really like her.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just nice to have someone to pet, and I don't know. It seems silly, but it's
Not at all.
I can't think of anything other than I'm definitely a pet person. So. And I guess maybe having been home since March, it's been really nice to just always have her there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be in that same boat. They're going to, and the dogs too, right?
Right.
Their people go back to a usual setup. They're like, yeah.
Yeah, I even heard that more adoptions happen during this time.
I heard that too. Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Okay, very good. Now, step back out into the bigger picture. get it stirred up about wouldn't it be nice if around what's next for me with work and employment, and then see what emerges now.
It's kind of funny because the next thing that's coming up is maybe instead of driving to work, I could bicycle to work. Don't know why, but that's just kind of coming up.
Yeah. Cool. We'll trust the process. Not just drive, but bike too. Excellent. Okay.
I guess what keeps coming to mind is fun and easy and collaborative. It just keeps, those words just keep coming to my mind. So, it's definitely hard to turn off that left side of the brain, the logic side, right?
Yeah, well, and I think it's just also what happened there is you're just reiterating some themes that are really important to you.
Right.
And we've got them, right? We've got
Totally have them.
Yeah.
We have them all over. Yep.
Yeah. And I'm going to actually take a red and just underline them because, again, these are really important for you. So fun, easy, and this one, ding, 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 collaborative.
And I think it's just because, like I said, I am at the end of my career versus, like I said, I'm not 20. So I think that makes a big difference.
It makes a big difference for you.
Right. For me.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So it's something to really pay attention to. Good. I'm going to rattle off a couple of areas of life and just see if that stirs any thoughts. Finances. Oh yeah, we could probably milk some stuff in that area. Wouldn't it be nice if?
Wouldn't it be nice if I got paid really well to do what I love to do?
Yeah, there's a good basic. Yeah, good. Excellent. Got paid well to do what I like to do. Yes, please.
Right.
Okay. What does getting paid well bring into your life? What does that allow you to do?
It allows me to pay off what I do have out there as far as bills, and then not to accumulate new ones. Is what that means. And my husband's already retired, so right now we're kind of still relying on my income. So I just want to be able to provide and so, until it's time for me to dip into my 401k.
Yeah. So it allows you to pay bills, allows you to, when you say like avoid more, is like, I guess that's like avoid debt or take on.
Avoid debt, right.
Yeah. And so what's the flip of debt? If you're not in debt, what are you?
Fluent, or comfortable.
Yeah, good word.
I mean, we actually, we were supposed to remodel our kitchen, and then we put that on hold because of what happened, that I was laid off. So, I mean, that would be to get, to go back on our remodeling project, because I kind of need money for that.
Yep. Good.
That's a huge one.
Yeah, for sure.
The kitchen remodel is not cheap.
Good. So all that goes into the getting paid well. Yes, please, because it's going to allow you to pay bills and to provide for your household and to be comfortable and to have this fluency and to remodel the kitchen. Excellent. Okay, let me go back. I'm going back to what's called the wheel of life. There's 8 different areas of life. So I'm just like, what about fun and recreation? That would be, we like to do scuba diving trips, and we didn't get to do that yet this year. So that would be, and we've been talking about
wanting to get some type of a boat or something in that area.
Cool.
So obviously that means we like the water, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, fun and recreation. Now we're focusing just on career, and when I say these areas of life, it may or may not stimulate something in the career area, right? About when you go for whatever position you end up taking in the future. But another area of life is health. So does anything come up about your choice about employment that is related to health?
No, I mean, I have good health, and my husband is carrying the health insurance, so I'm not, thankfully, I'm not worried in that area.
Yeah, great. Nice. Okay. Then let's go to, well, we talked about husband, relationship.
I think just by having a 9 to 5 for a while would be healthy for our relationship.
There's a lot of people in that boat. Gets me out of the house, honey.
It does, yes.
Yeah, or focused on things. You might do some of it. Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah.
or reason to be like, hey, I'm in this room.
Yeah. A little bit of separation is nice. Yeah. Good. Family, friends.
I mean, I feel like I have a healthy relationship with my friends and family. Obviously, haven't seen too much of them lately, but again, if you have a fun, easy, collaborative job, maybe then it's also one that's not what's, over, that doesn't take over your life, right?
Yes, that's right.
I don't want one that's like, all of a sudden it's like, oh, now you're expected to work nights and weekends. It's like, oh, we don't want that.
Okay, good. So nights and weekends free. That's an important one. Good. And if it's not eating into all of your time, what's a word to describe that that's in the positive? It's doing what? Is it like some work-life balance or some room or some sustainability or?
I guess it's just freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom. I mean, I feel like that work-life balance just gets so overused. I feel like it's just more freedom to be who I am, right? Because sometimes as a graphics person, I might feel more creative at a weird time of night or something.
So true. Okay, so you want that. There's like flexibility.
Flexibility, that's a good word, yeah.
Okay. Schedule flexibility. Flexibility for creativity. I'm trying to get my right color here. Come here. Okay. There's another one on the Wheel of Life, which is all about meaning, personal growth.
And I kind of feel that kind of goes to like what we maybe talked about before, like just being able to use all of my skills, or even all of them, but I think that obviously what I do, you want it to have some kind of meaning, that it's not just fluff work, right? Like there's times when I've had lots of positions where you're like, what the heck am I doing this for? It makes no sense, right? So you want, yes, I think just have a meaning in what I'm creating. Mm-hmm. I know that there was a phrase that in one of my journals the other day was, create art with meaning, just something that popped up in my head.
Nice. I can put that in here.
I don't know if I'll be able to find a job. That would be nice to find a job, right, that I can create art, with meaning.
Well, it's very important to pull it out of the subconscious and make it very upfront for you, right? Which is what's happening in your journal already. And now here even more, right? That's why I chose to write it in red and put it right here in the center, because something very important is merging out of your consciousness, where you want to create art with meaning. Many ways to do that, right? So but wouldn't it be nice if that can be done in the midst of your 9-to-5 employment?
Right.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Wow, this was fun.
Yeah. Yay, good. Not all processing has to be tough.
Yeah, it was fun, and it was,
yeah,
like I said, it just kind of, it's all stuff that was just kind of there, but it's nice to really see it like this.
good. Yeah. So you might naturally be coming to a close here, which is perfect. And so that's just a light way to play with what you're currently going through. It can be, this particular process can be applied to many different things. This was the topic for you. And you've done the work. This bit of time of choosing to play in it's like a fence, right? We put a fence on consciousness here in a way to go, okay, let's focus on wouldn't it be nice if stuff. Yes, some other stuff came in and different aspects of you came in, and we're like, thanks for sharing, and you're right. Good point, right? But then we just kept bringing it back. And then when we do that, you noticed in your body and your somatic, you're like, oh, this feels nice. This was fun. I like that. So that's a good reminder of just how useful that can be, right? When you're able to, you don't try to force it when one's not able to, but you're actually in a pretty good high emotional spot. How nice, because when one is there, that's when you can more easily do this sort of stuff. And it's very powerful because it makes you feel better. So that's reward in and of itself, right? To have what's flowing through your nervous system right now. B, when good stuff flows through your nervous system, the opposite of stress, that's good all around for human beings, right? Instead of the stress that we're often in. And then C, from the materialistic side of stuff, yes, chances are that this is going to be helpful for you for analyzing. Now, the other side might pop up, which is the doubt, the yeah buts, right? And that's where I would direct you to flip it if that happens. Over on the process group page, there's the flip it map. So we don't want to make yeah buts wrong, right? So they're a legitimate part of the consciousness, but you want to get them all down, and that's interesting. You might not go there. So you might be pretty high up that emotional scale and a bunch of yeah buts don't pop up. But if they do, just let you know. And if wouldn't it be nice becomes like irritating and too high and you kind of drop down emotionally, then I'd do the flip it and get all those the critic's thoughts and the wisdom who's kind of trying to keep you safe, get those thoughts all down, and you'll see what happens in that exercise. There's a counter. You counter with another aspect of your consciousness that is actually up there more on the emotional scale. I just play with devil angel. It's just a really rough way to do it, blunt way to do it, but there's other terms that you could put on that. But just keep that in mind in your back pocket if some of the energetic falls, right? And you get more in that doubtful or skeptical kind of place. But I'm a metaphysical person, so I do believe that energetics do some interesting things. So it'll be interesting to see, right? Like you've already made some segue as you got into action and you started to get your resume out there. Look at the shift, right, in the energy from where you were at the process group to where you are now. Bravo. And then now you've done this work, so this is going to be interesting to see as you put that into the mix what occurs.
Right. I feel like it's going to be really helpful when I have a couple interviews next week, and then I can just kind of, like you said, just kind of relook at this and think about like, okay, how does this really fit into what I was hoping for?
Yeah, it's like your North Star, it's your checklist, and you can analyze those different opportunities that start to show to go, okay, how many of the things that matter to me does this fulfill, right? And hopefully you might have a couple of them so you can really do a cross analysis on them to go, okay, this one actually gets the most of my essential extracts, right? This essential stuff, this qualities that are really important to you in the thing that you, because work, especially 9 to 5, can take up so much of our time. when one can do it, it's really awesome to have it aligned to what are really important things to you.
Right, because like you said, like a 9 to 5 can zap your energy like there's no tomorrow, and then when you don't feel like doing what you want to do when you get home. So
yeah, just the way that things are structured in our world, and capitalism and all, that's where we're at this point in time in human development and countries we both live in. And it's a privilege compared to some things, but it's also got its downsides, right? We're in a state of evolution as human beings and systems and stuff. So this is where we're at right now. But there is, I certainly have, I think I'm an example of that. I've done it more in the self-employed route, but I certainly know I work with all sorts of people, and lots of people are in places that really suit them and that are healthy and happy and collaborative. So why not for you? So just really, you know, I hope that for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So good luck with the path, and you'll have the map, so I'll follow up with you so you've got the map. And it'll operate as a bit of a visual North Star for you, a little checklist that you can compare your options. And then depending on what unfolds here, right, there's lots of different process moves that can happen depending on where you move on the emotional scale. If you drop down, there's various tools on that page. And if you drop up, then it's more of the visioning. And then you might even get into like gratitude and appreciation stuff where you nail something that's really great for you, and you're just really proud of yourself for going through the tough stuff, right? To actualize yourself to a higher degree of actualization. Like, awesome. Yeah. Okay, Jackie, give me a closing quote. Anything you want to say to complete?
Closing quote. Thank you. Like I said, this whole process was fun and enlightening, actually. Just kind of like we said, we've already, some of those things have been going around in my head, but it's nice that it's all in one place. And it really is a process, just like you said, just thinking through like why was that important to me. And so I really appreciate it. I really did.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's the power of working visually too, right? And especially both of us who are visual and design kind of people. I love doing this stuff with consciousness, especially with visioning, because then we can have all those disparate parts and just coalesce them and put them into one place. And it's very powerful when we do put it down, as we both know, to put things down onto paper and illustrate them out. And words are in there too, the essence words, right? That's an active manifestation of itself, right? It goes beyond where it was just in straight consciousness without form, and starts to move it into form, even by putting it on paper. And then the next step for you is where it comes into form in an actuality of an opportunity for you, right? Where you do take some sort of job or position. So we'll see what happens. Keep me posted.
I will. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Take good care. All the best.
All right, thank you. All right, I appreciate it. Have a good day.
You're so welcome. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.